All right, it's been a while since we've had a podcast out, or at least one that I've done, and I'm happy to be here with Sam Deckoff, our Senior Manager for the Tolino Division, and I'm Jason Roslevich, the Chief Executive Officer of SUMURI, and we're here to talk to you about Tolino cases.
That's right. We've got a recently redesigned chassis, as some of you may have already seen. Basically, the long and short of it is that we've redesigned it so that it's better durability, better heat dissipation, and it also has the added functionality of being like a sort of pegboard. I call it the T-grading system, where the fronts are you're able to hang additional accessories on the front and sides of your Tolino, and on the top too. It's pretty cool and adds a whole new layer of functionality to what you can do with a machine.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So nice to have that, and certainly great to have the increased specifications and stuff. But what about the aesthetics? What else do we bring to the table that's new for those people that haven't seen the new Tolino?
Well, one of the things that we've recently just gotten started up with is additional colors on the chassis. So a lot of people like black, but we've been able to bring around a number of different chassis to trade shows and conferences and stuff, and show off a different color chassis at a bunch of different ones. I know we've had yellow, we've had white, we've had, I believe we're now taking around as we call it, the Gray Boy, and it's the Transformer, the Terminator, and that thing's pretty cool. And it's something that we're pretty proud of. It looks really nice, and you can apply it to any chassis that you like.
Yep. So basically, any color can be done on the Tolinos. Just a little bit of an extended lead time and a small upcharge, and you can make your Tolino even more customized, even more specific to your unit. So really, really good improvements there. And talk to us a little bit more about the 3D accessories and how we got there and how those mount on the Tolino, so people can get a feel for that, for those folks that haven't been out to the trade shows to see it.
Right. So it's a really cool system. So actually, Steve Whalen, our co-founder and CPO, was stuck at home because of the pandemic, and he went into his garage and he had a pegboard system for hanging tools and various other knickknacks. And one of the things he thought about was, hey, maybe we can take that sort of system and put it around on our Tolino. And so we went about designing or redesigning the chassis so that it has this on-brand T-grading system, T for Tolino, of course. And then from there, you're able to mount a variety of different accessories. We've got cell phone mounts, so that if you have your phone near you, you can just kind of set it inside on a cradle inside the front of your Tolino. We've got a drive imaging tray, so that whenever you're imaging a drive with those short cables on the right blocker, you can keep it close by and secure. We've even got more fun stuff like goalposts, where if you're waiting for a case to process, you can play paper football like you're back in high school. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And so there's a repository on the website that has the designs that we've already done, and that's under our resources. And the nice thing about it is we give you all the information you need, what kind of settings, what kind of filament we're using. And it's a two-way street. So anybody out there with a new design that comes with a new design chassis that comes up with something cool 3D printed, send us the file for it, and we may send you some swag or something out in return and add it to the website. It's a really nice, I guess, quality of life improvement, I'll call it, to the Tolino Workstation.
Absolutely. I know one of the things that people have always been clamoring for was an ability to have those drives close hand without necessarily forcing people or us to change the position of some of the front panel accessories. So having something like the drive imaging tray was like the first thing that came to mind, and we were like, oh man, that's kind of a grand slam idea. It's going to be really fantastic. And these things are totally free. It's also worth mentioning. We've got I think it's the STL files online, where you could just kind of take them, plug them into your 3D printer at home. And like you were saying, you can just adjust the settings and then go ahead and print it off of yourself. So it doesn't cost you a dime. And it seems like everybody either has a 3D printer or knows somebody with a 3D printer. So it's really easy to get up and running.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. And let me ask you this. So all of that sounds great. If I'm interested, how do I go about getting myself a customized Tolino?
Well, you would just reach out to me, or you can reach out to our email at our front desk there. That's you can reach out to sales@sumuri.com or hello@sumuri.com, or you can reach out to me, preferably directly, because I'm the guy that's going to be giving you the quote 99 times out of 100. You can reach out to me directly. My email is just Sam, that's my name, SAM, @sumuri.com. And so that's going to be your best bet for getting in touch with me to get a quote on these things. The turnaround time's pretty quick. That's one of the things we try to pride ourselves on, is being able to get people hooked up with quotes pretty quickly.
Sure, and every Tolino that's designed, every custom Tolino is reviewed or designed by a certified friend forensic computer examiner. So that will never change. So that's one of the things that makes us unique and proprietary to a lot of the other people out there. What's some other proprietary stuff that we've got going on with the Tolino chassis that can help people with sole sourcing, Sam?
So in addition to the 3D printed accessories, we mentioned how it's 3 millimeters thick around on all sides. It's got that's something that we had actually had a previous revision where just the inside sort of plates of the chassis itself are 3 millimeters, but we've since extended it to the actual panels that connect on the front, the top, and on the doors. And that's where the T grading came in. But in addition, we also, besides the 3 millimeter thick aluminum, it also provides better heat dissipation. We've got the dual chamber design to keep the electrically sensitive and heat sensitive components separate from each other.
Yeah, that's pretty key right there. So that's a really nice part of this design is it lets us separate those two parts, the heat generating stuff over to the side and a separate exhaust flow for that, and then the things that are more affected by that heat are over on the other side with the minimum amount of stuff on there. So all of that is kind of why we have the square shape and all the fans, is to keep that Tolino working for as long as possible at the fastest speed possible.
Absolutely. Our primary goal is to keep the machine as cool runnings as possible so that people can get their processing done as quickly as possible without any of the hardware throttling or giving them any grief. That's something that's always been very important to us.
Yeah, and for those of you out there that are facing a sole sourcing kind of situation, on the resources page, there's also a white paper for Tolino that explains the proprietary features of it that you can use. And we also have a sole source letter that Sam can send over your way that will help with that. So we're a one-stop shop and ready to help you guys get whatever you need to do that. Again, that stuff is on the resources page, and I'll go ahead and ask a question that I know we're going to get, Sam. So I'll ask it for people. Sam, can I retrofit my old Tolino so that I can have the pegboard design?
Unfortunately not, only because it's slightly different peg adjustment places, and it changes some of the measurements on where the front panel stuff sits inside, so it's only available on brand new Tolinos. That being said, if you really, really want to, at the very least, we can explore your case and talk to you about it. So before we write it off completely, we'd at least love to talk to you about it.
Yep, that's a great idea. So I think anything else that you wanted to add about the new cases?
Just that they're more durable than ever, better at dissipating heat. I think I mentioned those already, but it's important to mention just because we know how tough these machines can be and how tough it can, some of these processes can be on the hardware. So it was just one of the ways that we saw that we could make things even more efficient and run better for our customers.
Absolutely. And so now that we've kind of got this redesign done and launched and out there, I'll kind of tease something out for everybody there on what's next on the Tolino side for cases and chassis. And all I can do at this point is give you our code name for it on the inside, and that's going to be Tolino Transformer. So stand by for that. We should have some information on that coming up sometime in the fourth quarter. And meet us out on the road. We are going to be at Techno San Diego, and then we'll be back out in Techno in Myrtle Beach at the beginning of the year. Thanks, and have a great day.
Take care, everybody. Stay safe.